Should I have white guilt?
Could you explain white guilt?
White guilt. What does that mean? Well, in simple Sam terms, it's white people feeling guilty for their ancestors doing some really messed up stuff, like reprehensible, condemnable, disgusting stuff. It's a heavy topic. A more politically correct term would be the individual or collective guilt felt by white people for harm resulting from racist treatment of people of color by whites both historically and currently. While doing a quick Google search on the matter, I noticed a couple interesting schools of thought. One being that white people shouldn't feel guilty unless they, themselves, were the individuals perpetrating the racist act. Which is an interesting idea, but it's hard not to feel a little guilty when you're reading through a history textbook. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. You know what? Let's see what people think about this. Should white people have white guilt? Let's find out.
Excuse me, do you think I should have white guilt?
What? Do you think you should have what?
White guilt?
White guilt?
Yes.
What is white guilt?
All right, guys, what is white guilt?
I don't know. I feel like it might be a form of racism that white people feel.
I don't know.
White guilt, the way I've always seen that expression is like, if someone were to say something stereotypical and someone comes back at them, they're like, oh, they play like ignorance to it.
We kind of put that on ourselves, like speaking as a white person, like.
Should I have white guilt? Maybe, he says.
I think it's usually been put out as sort of a scapegoat to make people feel bad whenever they call out oppressive things they see.
I think white guilt exists in the sense of looking back in history and what white people have done, but you could say the same thing about all other races. Everyone has done something f***ed up in their lives.
White people haven't been the only person that's done something wrong, but they kind of were the start of it since civilization kind of was brought.
It's like everything, yeah. Who here do you think has white guilt? Point at him. Point at him. Judging the way I look and the way I dress, should I have white guilt?
No.
You can't really have guilt about something you can't control.
Probably, yeah, we should feel it sometimes.
No.
No? Why do you say that?
Your skin doesn't really make any difference.
Do you think I should have white guilt? How long do you think it will take for white guilt to go away? We talking 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, dinosaurs come again, Jesus comes back?
For sure when Jesus comes back.
Maybe never.
Until there's a massive shift in the power structures that we live under, I don't think that there's going to be any change in that guilt.
I think about 50 years, it'll give time for the norm to change.
White people have white guilt because they do see the privilege that they get.
I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm sorry.
See how far he's standing back from the front of the truck? I think he has white guilt.
I don't think that people should have guilt about oppressive things that their ancestors have done or anything, but I think that they should, instead of feeling guilty, maybe turn around and take some action against it.
Use your white privilege, but as a good thing to like help.
For me, I don't think people should have it. They should just be equal across the board with everything.
People start saying white people are awesome and they actually believed it. Yeah.
One day we'll actually believe it. We're pretty bad though. At least I am.
I think we're all bad.
No, that chick totally has white guilt.
Oh, and I think she has white guilt too.
Oh, me, I do. I have white guilt. I mean, I got a little bit.
Do you think Obama has white guilt?
I've seen a lot of memes, the handshakes, the fist pounds.
No, I don't have white guilt. No, not at all. No.
I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm guilty.
It seems pretty unanimous, right? The common mindset for most people is that if you feel that you are privileged and possibly feel guilty because of this notion, then you should take action to make a difference. It's a very noble thing for people to say, but it's a little hard to digest. Even though I personally didn't perform any of these acts, I could never say that I'm not receiving the privileges created from the oppression of other people. It's a shame we live in a world where people can benefit from the maltreatment of others. However, if you feel guilty for an injustice in the world, go out and try to fix it any way you can. Maybe it's stopping a friend from saying that one thing you know they shouldn't say.
Hey Sam, I don't want to sound racist, but I think...
Oh my... Just stop talking, please.
Or maybe it's as simple as retweeting something that spreads awareness. Another point was brought up that really got me thinking. Some people are coming from the point of view that white people shouldn't feel white guilt for something that their ancestors did decades or even centuries ago. Sure, we live in a slightly more progressive world, but we still got a ways to go. But from my perspective, the only way we're gonna get any better is by speaking up and taking action to a brighter, more positive future. Can we be friends, please? What do you guys think on the subject of white guilt? Do you have it? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, let us know what we should dive into next. Will does this bit.